You're watching Off the Hook with Grant Otten and Dan Kneifel.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Off the Hook. Grant Otten, joined by Dan Kneifel. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine today.
You surviving this weather that we've had out so far?
Yes, I'm surviving the cold weather. I'm waiting for it to get over with. It just makes everything just a little bit harder to do and everything in this kind of weather.
Yeah, especially fishing of all things. If you're going to sit out there for a while, sitting out in the rain, for all you fishermen as well know, it's not the easiest, but we still have quite a few to get through, so let's start going through them. We got a couple of catfish to go through at the end, but we'll start with Tom Martins, County Supervisor Tom Martins here at Pawnee Park here in town. What does he got?
Oh, he's got a carp. He caught Pawnee Park East, and he caught a 17-pound common carp.
And how often do you see this size of carp coming out of that pond?
Not too often. For one thing, they shouldn't be in there. Yeah, they should be in there. Common carp, I don't know how he got there, but he got in there.
Someone maybe dumped it in there.
Yeah, somebody dumped it in there. And so, well, he got it out.
But it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. Big 17-pounder. He was fishing for trout. And well, I think I got something a little bit that ain't a trout.
Well, I talked to Tom. I don't think he was too upset about catching that one. It's a pretty nice catch, especially here right inside city limits.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Wyatt Monk, he's our next one. Let's take a look at him as well.
Yeah.
And that's on the north side of town.
Yeah, Wyatt Monk, Lake North. Now he caught a 2-pound, 6-ounce crappie.
Not too bad for the young man.
Yeah, he's a very young man, and that was the first one that got checked in here for this year from Lake North. And they were biting up there, but the rain came, a lot of rain, and it slowed it down now. But there'll be a comeback. They'll be biting again. Lake North usually goes on till half of June for crappie, so no worry about it yet.
Good time to get out there, probably starting pretty soon as it warms up again.
Yeah, be really good.
Well, Gene Heel, he's our next one. Let's take a look at him as well.
Yeah, Gene, he lives out on one of the residential lakes, and he caught a lot of crappie this spring. He was fishing, I think, for carp, because he's using corn. That's it. And yeah, he caught a 13-pound channel cat out on one of the residential lakes.
Well, we talked about it last week. You said, I think next time we come in, it's going to be cat season. We're going to start seeing a lot of cat pictures, and we got quite a few of them. Let's look at our next one, Dave Timms.
Dave Timms. And private lake around one of the town, right around here. And he caught an 8-pound channel cat. And he was using bacon. I don't know for sure. Oh well, it's a fisherman.
And it's a catfish. I think
Yeah.
I suppose a catfish you can about use anything.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty debatable what's the best thing to catch a catfish with.
There's sometimes they come in caught it on a hot dog. You know, and stuff. Okay.
Raw or cooked, I wonder.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder.
Yeah. Probably was frying it up and decided to throw a little bit on the hook. Dave, nice catch. Max Shevlin, another young man.
Yeah, and he caught a 6-pound channel cat. And he was using one of our regular top baits, shad chunks.
And nice, so this has been working pretty well?
Yeah, working real good. And I believe he was fishing on the Platte River.
Nice.
On the upper Platte River over by Duncan and stuff.
Nice catch, Mac. A couple of them in there too, yeah.
Yeah.
Bacon and shad chunks. It all works, and corn. We got the wide variety.
We got her now. Okay, now here comes the big ones. There's a group of guys, I call them the Noid family, because Daddy Noid, Larry Noid, he's always been taking the kids out and that, and every year he comes in with big fish, every year. They fish over by Rogers.
And this is a large one.
This is a large one. It's a 69-pound flathead. And it was Jake Knoll, Josh Parsons, Larry Noid, AJ Parson, and there was a few others too. They're a tag team. And a 69-pound flathead caught on carp.
That's a big one.
Big one.
You can see everybody trying to hold that one up because that is a large catch. Good going, guys. And that out by Rogers, you said,
Over
too.
by Rogers on the Platte River.
How often do you see guys bringing in this large of a catch on some of these flatheads?
It gets pretty regular, right?
Yeah.
Right about now. It's always, a rule of thumb is Memorial weekends when the flatheads start to hit. It just goes that way. I got pictures of these guys every year on the Platte. And they'll start coming in about a week before the Memorial weekend. Every year they've got some big fish.
Yeah.
Every year.
Wow, this is a large one and a very good catch. Congratulations, guys, on this one as well. And you actually, is this the one from last year?
Nope,
Or-
this is this year's. This is last Saturday.
Okay.
And this is another kid that always brings them in. Zach Noonan,
26 and a half.
26 and a half pound channel cat.
Wow.
That's a big channel cat.
Yeah, we just have, I mean, this is the most pictures we've had so far this year. Not a huge surprise because we are getting into more of that fishing season where
Getting
people
into
are a
it.
lot more active.
Right. And here's last year's pictures. And
And a
that was
blue.
a blue
Yeah, this is a
from
big blue
last year.
too.
Yeah.
Same spot, same area.
Same area, same spot.
Big fish. I mean,
Big fish.
any as we battle the rains here, is this hopefully going to start drying up a little bit? Any spots you suggest for people in public areas to go fish?
Oh, public areas, you know, I try for any place on the rivers where you can gain access. There's a lot of access places to go to, but you got to look them up. And, you know, you got all the bridges and everything. And Lake North is going to be good. Davis Creek, Calamus, and the small little lakes around here would be really good. And that's what I would be going for right now. And the canal system, that canal system is going to be really good. Like, we'll go back again on the rivers. So much water, them fish love to run upstream, and this is their dead end almost. And it's just going to be fantastic all season long.
And it looks like it might start warming up a little bit. I hope it does here in the long term, start staying a little bit warmer. We had last night, it dipped, below the 50s a little bit, and it was rainy and it was windy, and so obviously not ideal. Fish are gonna be acting a little funky when we get these changes in weather, obviously.
Yeah.
So I hope it starts warming up here soon.
And hopefully it will. I check the weather every day, and it's looking better and better.
Yeah.
And the rain's starting to tail off a little bit, so hopefully we're going to be in the good. You got all your residential lakes. The lakes are way up on level and that, but these fish will move towards the banks when it starts warming up. There'll be a lot of weed cover and stuff for them. It'll be beneficial. And on that part. I got one other thing I got to say. The Game Commission called me last week, and they wanted me to inform people. This is about Maple Creek Reservoir, up at Lee. People are catching fish, they believe, on the canal system, Lake North, and taking these fish up to Lee Lake and transferring. Don't do it. Please don't do it. The Game Commission is just begging for you people. If you see somebody, tell them no. Just right out, because they love this lake up there. It's doing very well, and it's a great thing for this area. And hopefully they just don't mess it up.
And on the same note, zebra mussels, you gotta be careful. Make sure you empty out your boats, and when you're going from lake to lake, to make sure those zebra mussels aren't in there, because that is it's a big hassle for those people that are maintaining those lakes, and it's tough for the fish too.
It's a big hassle. Even on the lake I live on now, we have to have our boats out of the lake for like a week before we can put them back in. Because if we get zebra mussels in our lake, it's devastating. And like even us at our bait shop, we do not seine minnows or anything like that. We get them from private, they have their own stocking ponds and that, so we don't get any rough fish or anything like that. And I believe that's how it should be, and that's the way it got to be.
Well, Dan, thank you again.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to be on Off the Hook, make sure to bring in a picture. We had a ton of them this time as, of course, it's starting to get into fishing season in full swing and, well, a lot more active. But bring your pictures in. See you guys.